so much has happened, and the free agency period doesn't even officially start till tomorrow.
Get your merch, baby. Yeah.
Site, hurry up, we selling now quick.
Yeah. Get your merch, baby.
What is up, you guys? It's your boy T-Rex back with another video, and today we're going to be recapping what has happened in free agency so far, because free agency starts tomorrow, and I promise you, at 12 o'clock, when it hits 12, it's going to be so much crazier. So we need to catch up right now, and let's get started. So who do I want to start with? There's so much that's happened. Why don't we start with something interesting? And that's going to be Antonio Brown. Let's start with that. Let's start with Antonio Brown. I could do a whole video on Antonio Brown, but we don't have that much time. Okay, so basically, let's give you a breakdown. Antonio Brown was about to get traded to the Buffalo Bills. And so I guess he was like, no, I'm not going to play with y'all if y'all trade for me. I'm not going there. I'm not going to play for y'all. And so guess what the Buffalo Bills did at the last minute? They pulled out. They pulled out of trade talks, and they said, we don't want him. And so he didn't get traded there. Then the Raiders come to see the Steelers, and the Steelers are in a vulnerable situation. There's nothing they can do. They either lose AB for nothing and keep paying him, or you have to just trade him and get something out of it. So guess what? The Raiders take full advantage of that. They trade a third rounder and a fifth rounder in what looks like a big steal for the Raiders to get Antonio Brown. Some people are saying it's a bad trade by the Steelers, but the Steelers had no choice. AB gave the Steelers no choice. AB dictated where he was going to get traded. If he didn't want to get traded somewhere, he did exactly what he did to the Buffalo Bills. Tell them exactly what was going to happen. Exactly what happened in Pittsburgh. So guess what? He went to the Raiders, and the Raiders are like, you can't ask me for a first round or anything, because this man, he brings locker room issues. So we're gonna need you to cut down the price. And so that's what they did. But they also restructured his contract to make him the highest paid NFL wide receiver in the league, which is not bad. I'm pretty sure he led the league in touchdowns last year. So it's a very good trade for the Raiders. And it was talks about the Raiders trying to get Le'Veon Bell. If that happens, then there will be a really good team. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure Le'Veon Bell will probably go to the Ravens or the I forgot, it was the Ravens and the Bills. Was it the Bills? No, Bills got Frank Gore. I forgot what the other team was, but it was the Ravens and somebody else. So next we're gonna talk about Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers, the New England D end, said, I'm tired of winning rings. So he went from winning rings to wanting to be a Detroit Lion. Now, personal preference, but why would you want to go to Detroit after winning Super Bowls? That's like going from let's give it a good analogy. That's like going from the Warriors to going to the Suns. Like, let's be honest here. The Lions are not a good team. No, I'm just joking. That was a joke for some people close to home. That was an inside joke, alright? Trey Flowers got a good deal out of Detroit. I think it's a good move for Detroit. They need some help on that D-line. So it's a very good move for them. They need to re-sign Ezekiel Ansah, so because I think he's a nice piece to their defensive line as well. But as far as that goes, Trey Flowers is a great pickup for them. Great pickup for them. Nick Foles to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Beautiful pickup. They need a quarterback, but now we get to see what Nick Foles is really about. We like to say that Nick Foles is a really good quarterback just because he's led the Eagles to a championship. But, we really don't know, We really don't know. Is it the pieces around Nick? Was it the pieces around Nick Foles? Was it the offense itself? What really was it Nick Foles? Was it because Nick Foles is that good? Because Nick Foles, he's been a starting quarterback in the NFL before. That's why he was a backup for the Eagles for so long. Because he just wasn't a good one. But, he's won a championship being a starting quarterback. So now we get to see, maybe things have changed. And that's what question he's going to answer in Jacksonville. Because that's one piece they were missing. And now they got it. I think they need to go get a receiver too. And they go get that. They'll be all good. And then Anthony Barr is an interesting situation too. Because Anthony Barr said he was going straight to the Raiders. And he said, scratch that. I'm going to stay a Viking. Which is really weird. I thought that was really, really weird. I don't know what drove his decision, but I just thought it was really weird that he was going to sign with the Raiders. And then he was like, nah, I want to stay a Viking. And then, I'm not sure if it's official yet, but Landon Collins is supposed to be a Washington Redskin and the highest paid safety in the league. I'm not sure if that's official yet, but that it's probably going to happen. The Redskins are probably going to sign him to a 6-year deal as the highest paid safety in the league. And then, let's see, who else do we have? Oh, CJ Mosley went to the Jets, which is, my bad. The Jets, they were the other team in the Le'Veon Bell trade. And, Anthony Barr, he wanted to go to the Jets. Not the Raiders, the Jets. The Jets were the team he was looking to go at. And then he was like, scratch that. My bad. And then the Texans lost their star safety, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Kansas City Chiefs are going to get him. Kansas City Chiefs are making moves on defense. They're also going to get D Ford, who I believe he was already there. But they're also going to get somebody else. I forgot. Kenny Vaccaro is staying in Tennessee. Cole Beasley, we're going to come close to home. So, Cole Beasley, he wanted to be paid as the highest slot receiver in the league. We didn't want to pay him that, so he wanted to go elsewhere. So he went to the Buffalo Bills and signed a $29 million contract. Now, for what he wants, Buffalo Bills is great move for him. But he's gonna be treated like a number one option there. He'll still play in the slot. He'll be treated like a number one option. And I like Cole Beasley. He's gonna be nice there. And I hope the best for him. And he's a great receiver. We weren't gonna pay him like that because we don't have to. We got Amari, we got Michael Gallup, and we just didn't have to pay him like the number one slot receiver in the league because we weren't gonna use him that way. We weren't gonna use him the way he wants to get paid, and he knew that because he even said it himself. He knew that. Everything he was saying on social media, he knew we weren't gonna use him like that. So he knew we weren't gonna pay him that money. But I can't say that I'm not happy, but I'm not sad. Yeah, Cole Beasley left, but I got a favorite receiver in the draft, okay? I got a favorite receiver in the draft, and he's from the University of Massachusetts. Yeah, I think he's a faster Cole Beasley, a better version of Cole Beasley. and his name is Andy Isabella. I think Andy Isabella is one of the best wide receivers in the draft. So I wanted Cole Beasley to leave. I did, and I want Andy Isabella. Andy Isabella is my favorite receiver in the draft. It was nothing against Cole Beasley. It was just, this man, Andy Isabella, is a beast. He runs a 4.31, and he unofficially 4.27 and 4.31, and so he's a beast. But that has nothing to do with free agency. Next, Malik Jackson went to Philadelphia, and Adrian Amos went to the Packers. That's a bad move. I don't like it. No, I'm playing. That's a good move for Packers. They also got Preston Smith, and somebody else. I forgot who else. But yeah. Let me look at my notes. Oh yeah, Oakland got LaMarcus Joyner from the Rams. Everybody signed these safeties, and we're yet to sign Earl Thomas. Or DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, we need to get it moving. So this is what I wanted to do. I don't even want to sign Earl Thomas anymore. I was like, you know what? He wants to be one of the highest paid safeties in the league, and we just can't do that. So he's probably not going to come to us. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Actually, I think it might work for the better. So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking we shop for a D tackle, like, you know, Timmy Jernigan or somebody like that in the free agency, instead of shopping for a safety, right? And then we go for a safety in the draft, because I know Juan Thornhill from Virginia, he's a nice safety, and he even wants to come to us. He's a nice ball-hawking safety, and our secondary wasn't even a problem. Like, we really didn't have that many problems getting burnt downfield. I mean, we got burnt by Julio a couple times, but that's Julio Jones. I mean, what do you want me? That's Julio Jones. Yeah, I was thinking we go for a D tackle. I still think we should get Tyler Eifert. I think he'll be a great piece add to our team. We struggled in the red zone last year, and he would be a great red zone tight end, just to throw the ball up and say, hey, go get that for me. And so by no means am I saying that we should stop pursuing Earl Thomas. I want Earl Thomas on this team. I would love to see Earl Thomas in a Cowboys jersey. He is a top safety in this league, if not the best safety in this league. So I would love to have him, but we just don't have the money to pay him and DeMarcus Lawrence and everybody else. So if we could keep him in that 10 million, that 11 million, even 12 million, that range, and we don't go that extra, 10 million, 11 million. If we could keep 10 million, 11 million, if we could get him down to that range, then that would be awesome. But if we can't do that, we literally can't, because we got to sign DeMarcus Lawrence still, and we have to sign Dak, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, Byron Jones. We still have a lot of people to sign. So we just need him to come down a little bit, come down his price, and we would love to have him on this Cowboys organization. Also close to home, Carlos Hyde, Ohio State, went to the Kansas City Chiefs, and you know that I guess they needed a non-catching running back, because you know they got Damian Williams and then Spencer Ware. They're both catching backs, so they need a big bruiser to get up there and smash the ball, and then yeah, that's basically it for free agency. Besides Terrell Suggs and going to Arizona, and Devin Funchess going to Indiana. Oh, Latavius Murray went to New Orleans, and Mark Ingram is going. He's going somewhere we don't know where he's gonna go, but he's definitely leaving New Orleans now. And then yeah, so that's basically it. Scratch everything about. That's it for free agency. I just got news on my phone as I'm editing this video. If you can see it right, focus for me. It's not gonna focus. But okay, OBJ was traded to the Browns, and to me, it's not too bad of a trade. I wouldn't trade OBJ, especially if he's one of the best receivers in the league. I know he just came off a foot injury, but still, I would not trade OBJ. But apparently, it's not a bad trade. The Browns gave a first-round pick, a third-round pick, and Jabril Peppers for OBJ. I think it's a pretty good trade, especially since they just lost Landon Collins. He can fill in that spot. He's a young safety. Jabril Peppers is a young safety who has much time to develop, and the Browns have a pretty good pick. But this makes the Browns a legit playoff team. Like, it makes them a legit playoff team. Now, like, they have the pieces, so now they just gotta win games. Yeah, this is huge. This is huge. And the Browns fans are probably very excited for this one. Very excited. So, like I said, it's been crazy free agency period between the last 5 days. You know what I'm saying? And man, I lost my breath by talking about all that. Like, it's just, everything's so crazy. It's just, and the free agency period hasn't even started yet. It starts at 12 a.m. today. That's when it officially starts. So, I'm ready. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you smash that like button and leave a comment, subscribe, and share with everybody you know. So I'll be in the next one. So peace.
I'm a maniac, go crazy for the cash. Green Lamborghini, paper tag. Riding through the city, 30 mad.